Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Matrix. My name is Michelle Lane, and I am feeling this energy today. Let's talk about it. And I want to share with you the number one question that my clients constantly ask me, and that is, how do I get unstuck? More so, how do I get unstuck and allow myself to experience more of what I'm wanting? There's that bridge that we come to where it feels like I see myself here and I want to be over here. How do I get there? Right? How do I make room and space for that in my life with everything else happening? And I can feel where they are because I've been there myself. That frustration every day, that feeling afraid to step out of what you've known as comfort, right? To know that you really need to break free from that, and you're not sure where that's going to take you, and the fear that comes in surprisingly because you know you're here and you want to get here, but there feels like there's this I always say this metaphoric bridge that you can't cross, and you're just begging someone for the key to let you run up over the top because you can handle it when you get there. And yet that's where the solution comes. It's in the places we're not knowing, right? If we'd know, we'd be there. If we knew how to do it, we'd be there. And I really feel it's this invitation into sometimes healing work, or in that moment where you've been healing and it feels like things are coming back around in a loop and you're ready to go beyond into creating something more. But your mind and your habits and your behavior are so patterned in the same everyday solutions that it's hard to believe in or know what else is possible. And so we get stuck in the very beautiful thing that our brain is created to do: protect us, keep us safe, keep us in lack and scarcity, and away from what we say we're afraid of. It's doing its job. And yet, on the other side of that is the potential, the joy, the possibility, the love of what we're creating in life. And we are so much creatures of habit, right? That it's really important to break the habit of being ourselves, break the everyday mundane habits that are keeping us from experiencing life in a greater capacity and in all of its extraordinary, and not from a place of needing to fix anything right now, but knowing that we've already created so much of it. And it's like taking off a set of glasses that are scratched and worn, maybe fingerprint smudged, and putting on a clean pair and being able to see life in a new way. The very same things that are happening right now in life in a whole new way. Hi, Rosalie. Thanks for being here. So in that question, how do I get unstuck, is the same answer. When we slow down and allow the change to take its course, the frustration, the fear, the feeling pulled in 100 directions, those are the key codes. Those are the keys to leaning into what else is available for you. And yet we're taught to run from those feelings. We don't like them. In a world of distraction, it's really easy to Netflix it, shop it, eat it, drink it, distract ourselves from the very thing that holds the key, the very thing that brings the clarity. It's not outside of you, and yet we seek it. We've been taught to seek the answers outside of us. We've been taught to seek everything else in our lives beyond our own innate ability to step into our power, to understand our ability to manifest, because we are constantly manifesting anyway, based off the frequency of our vibration. Some of us are manifesting more chaos. Some of us are manifesting more love. And there's no one set thing. You could be in one area in health, and another area in business, another area in relationships, and you could be going through growth cycles. So this energy today is really inviting us to know when it's time for change, to feel it, to feel if there's something physically, mentally, or emotionally erupting. You start to get little itches when things flow through, that feel like interruptions, and that they're just illusions inviting you into the more that you're looking for. more awareness, more perspective, more perception beyond what is, but also being in this moment, this present moment right now, without ruminating on past events or how it happened before, and not worrying about what hasn't happened yet in the future. But the sweet moment of, I love and accept myself right now where I'm at, even if I'm frustrated, even if I feel pulled in 100 million directions, even if I feel afraid, that I know that I can love myself through it and have grace, just like you would for your children, just like you would for anyone else who needed that support. You get to participate in that for your life. And that sounds very logical, like duh. And yet, how are you looking and interpreting life right now? What lens are you seeing it through? And it's okay wherever you are. You didn't do anything wrong. You just maybe didn't know. You weren't aware of it. You're in habit. You're in a loop. So today, this invitation to slow down and invite love in. And it's so funny when I first start working with clients, the idea of slowing down in their body doesn't feel safe. They're so used to keeping up with everything, but they're also exhausted and they're burned out. So this is also a habit. And how do we make new habit? By interrupting old pattern, right? We are able to create new pattern. We can actually alchemize one state of being to another, but we must be aware of where we are. We must be willing to face it, to feel it, and then free it by choosing a different feeling. So if you know that you're feeling frustrated, afraid, or pulled in 100 directions, what feels like would be a contrary to that? How would you rather feel? Peaceful, easeful, knowing there's plenty of time to do the things you want to do? How does that feel in the body? And do you spend time playing in that place? What would be playful? What would be joyful? What is the and that connects the story? I'm feeling this way, and I can also choose the permission slip to feel playful and joyful. And what would that be in this moment? Where am I overscheduled? Where do I need to shift things? Where am I looking at things through a different lens that I can put a new set of lenses on and be able to open that perspective for myself? So what wants to become more is in the feelings that you're afraid to allow yourself to feel. What wants to become more is in recognizing that you're done with the frustration, with the fear, with feeling pulled in 100 directions. And you may not know the answer to what's next, but you're open to experiencing something new. And so often, I'm done is the catalyst for the change. And if you think back in your life to where you were up to here and you were finished and done, and you made a change and you didn't know what direction it was taking you in, and you didn't know where you're headed next, there is always a way it worked out, and it is usually better than what the mind can conceive. This happens in all areas of life. It's constantly moving in different cycles for all of us. And so when I'm working with clients, it's in their relationships, it's in their finances, it's in their career. There's a change afoot. What wants to change? But they're holding on so tightly for fear that the rest will fall apart. That if they make a change in career, their relationship falls apart. That if the relationship falls apart, they won't be able to continue on in their career. It's a misperception. It's a distortion in the illusion. And so seeking the clarity, seeking the answers, it's a journey, and it's an inward journey. It's an invitation to begin healing, or an invitation to take the healing you've been doing and moving it into the more. Where do you find yourself today? How do you feel this moving in for you? Lifting the illusion for you so you can see in your life what wants to become more. If you're looking for support on that, I'm happy to help you. I love moving people through where they are now to the dreams they want to create. And it's about moving beyond this physical experience and trusting in the unknown just a bit more, trusting in your own intuition, trusting yourself for the decisions that are inviting you to be made. Think about that this Monday as you move into your day, as you've been feeling into what's unfolding. Is there something stirring? Is there a change afoot that you're looking or seeking clarity in? Is that something you'd like to have a conversation around? All right, I can hear the day moving on here, and I'm going to sign off for now. We'll continue our conversation tomorrow, but let me know in the comments below what feels like is changing for you, and are you ready to know and discover what's next? All right, guys, bye for now.